Better come back down from Mars. Girl, quit chasing cars. What happens when the dough gets low? Bitch, you ain't that fine. No way. No way. No way. Crazy. Hey. How are you? What a cold open that was, huh? Tastes good. Last time I had one of these, tastes disgusting. Hurt my tummy. Hurt my tum-tums. Excuse me. So, it's been a while. Put my headphones on. It's been a while since I've been on here. And I figured I'd come back for, in my opinion, I have a lot of things to talk about, and we won't get off topic because I have a bunch of shit to talk about. Little things here and there, and mostly just, you know, you'll get it. For example, ignore the shirt. We'll get to that. So, excuse me, a few things, and we'll start off with, excuse me. I don't know what we're gonna. You know what? We'll start off with the fact that VR is looking great. VR is working as far as, if you guys haven't seen the Blade and Sorcery video, that came out great. I loved it. I want to do more of them. I'm gonna do more of them very soon. I have a lot of other stuff set up for VR. I forgot how gassy this stuff makes me. So, a lot more stuff set up for VR. AJ's in some of them. I hope to have other people in some of them. But my big main important thing is that I want to try to set up a schedule for streaming and make Twitch a big part of my content, and, you know, just kind of have a basis for a schedule and have a method of how I'm going to do things. So that's the premise of what I wanted to talk to you about. Like, let me move over here. So that's the main gist of what I'm gonna try to set up to do. I want to do a schedule, which I'm thinking might be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and just kind of stream. I'm so sorry. Again, I barely have these. It's basic soda. I just haven't drank soda in a while. I put that down. And what I want to talk about is the fact that I want to start doing things that's more live, that's more fun, and interactive with other people. I like doing the YouTube videos. I like putting a lot of work into those videos. But on the other hand, I also want to just kind of do one-offs and just kind of have fun with playing games. Like, that might mean that I might get rid of the Tales from the Twitch. Unless it's like a really good stream, I might do it. But not everyone. Like, I originally had every stream I had set up to be a Tales from the Twitch. And not all of them work. So that was the main point I wanted to get across, is that I wanted to get more into Twitch and stream and have a lot more Twitch friends, just like I have YouTube friends. Because for one, YouTube, or the VR is working, and I have a setup already for Phasmophobia. I'm excited to maybe not record Phasmophobia, but to just do it like every other couple of weekends, just stream it. Excuse me. And just stream Phasmophobia with friends, or just by myself, or whatever. Find people to play with. It doesn't matter. But I have a whole new setup for that. So that was one of the ideas I had, to just kind of set up a streaming schedule. There's a couple games I want to play. I want to start with... This is the two games I'm going to start with. And please give as much feedback as you can in the comments below. One game I want to do a series of games. Two game franchises I'm thinking of doing the whole franchise. Maybe not the whole franchise for some of them, because some of them are garbage. But, so, the one being Crash Bandicoot. So what I would do, if I did Crash Bandicoot first, I'd go Crash Bandicoot 1, 2, and 3 from the trilogy, remastered trilogy, and then go to 4. and just do those in order. And then once I've done them, move on to something else. That, or I could do Resident Evil, do the remastered 1, remastered 2, remastered 3, go to 4, and then maybe skip 5 and 6 because it's more of a co-op game, and then cut to 7 right around 8 comes around, and we'll do 8 too. So I really want to create some kind of interactive and just fun time with other people. That might be Friday nights thing, like I just play a game on Friday nights, and then Wednesdays I might do something where we just chill, or something involving something fun that people can play with me, or just have friends play something on Wednesdays. Uh, Monday, I don't know what exactly would be the theme. I guess Monday and Wednesday would be whatever. But Friday would be the day that we would just focus on that one game that we're working on and just kind of continue the progress. Because I want to do that. I want to work through games and kind of enjoy games again and also stream it, and just have fun with people and, just have a good old time. It's been a while since I've actually, like, there's times now, and I've talked about mental health. I've talked about the shit I dealt with before, and I'm more so off it on the fact that I'm vengeful or angry. It's more so like I'm just working through it, and that's fine. And I don't want to talk about it too much. It's the concept that I am getting better, and I'll get there eventually, and I'm for the most part fine. But there are things that I want to do where I feel happy again. I feel like I wake up in the morning some nights, some mornings, and I'm happy and I don't know why. Like there's some it's like almost like Christmas. Like I'm excited for something and I'm eager to get ready to do something, and I'm excited to just kind of enjoy something, but there's nothing planned. And I think that's part of what I'm trying to explain now is the Twitch stuff. I really want to get into doing Twitch. Every time I sit there and watch someone else on Twitch, I go, I should just be doing this. I should just be having fun with people, making friends, having random people come in and just enjoy a stream. And that's my main focus. I just want to create a community, and I've always wanted to create a community. And I feel like YouTube is less interactive or less responsive, So that's one of the things I wanted to do. I also might do during one of those weeks, record and stream these. Like I might stream the podcast. I might not do the ones with the hosts because the hosts could be a little bit ruining the back and forth, but to do ones with just me and just have the audience to talk to, and it's probably not going to work too well because I don't have that many followers who are constantly there, but for the most part I think it would work in a concept that you could be there, you could come and talk and ask questions, or just talk and chill with me. I might do editing while I'm recording, or just do the podcast. I just want to do that. I want to have a chill kind of concept of just streaming because I want to stream and enjoy people that want to come by. That's a big thing for me. So yeah, that's the main point. Yeah. So let me know down below if a live podcast would be cool. I do have plans on my next guest to be the next episode. But if I would try out the live podcast, it would probably be the one after this one coming up. I do plan on having a friend, another YouTuber, and just kind of talk about stuff. And a lot of the stuff I want to talk about, I will touch on today, but I don't want to get too much into it because that person is more so very well versed in it, and that's the if you haven't watched my Blade and Sorcery video, I took someone from wrestling and I turned them into a fighter in this VR game. Go and watch it. I'm not gonna explain. I'm literally wearing the shirt right now, and it's something I want to talk about with my friend Kibbles, who will probably be the next host or the next guest on the show, on the podcast. Um, he has his own channel, Ouchies, that's with Overwatch and his friends. Um, so I want to have him. He's a lot of wrestling, a lot of different stuff we could talk about, and I want to do that. I'll touch more on Becky Lynch and just the love of wrestling that has like kind of revitalized how I feel lately. Um, it's really that kind of. I could go more in detail because we'll know that that's a wrestling theme, not themed, but wrestling, two wrestling people talking about it. We can talk about other things too, like comics and a bunch of other shit. But that's the main thing I want to. I want to talk more on there than talk now about it because of the fact that it'd just be easier. It'd just be easier to kind of talk with someone about it than just explain what's going on. But essentially, wrestling's been a big influence for me for some reason. Like YouTube keeps giving me suggestions and the algorithm and all that. So I'm enjoying it. I'm actually really enjoying it. And then speaking of enjoying, I also want to talk about WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier, because so far we're, as of today, or I guess as I go into it, the fourth episode will probably be out by then, or by now. So we've only seen up to episode 3, and so far I've enjoyed Falcon and the Winter Soldier more than I have WandaVision because of the fact that I think more so there's a lot of promises that were kind of teased at in WandaVision, and they didn't directly say like, hey, this is what's gonna happen, and I shouldn't have expected that. But the situation was that like I did get to a point where I was a little bit disappointed that it was pretty simple. It was a lot simpler than it should have been. I pulled on this, and now I feel like I've ruined the shirt forever. Oh God. Oh God. So it's partially on the fact also that for the show is that I feel like WandaVision was kept in one area, and with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, they kind of can go wherever. It could be whatever's going on. I don't want to do any spoilers if no one's seen it. But it's been good so far. It's been enjoyable. I like the I've always really liked the dynamic between the two of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Zemo is a nice kind of. His character's different in this from when he first was introduced, but it's not bad. I'm enjoying it so far. I just started Young Rock, again wrestling. It's not bad. It's really not like I watch it and I'm like, this is an interesting show, but it's not because it's funny. Like it tries to be funny, and it's not like trying too hard to be funny. It's just not that funny. There's certain parts like the guy who they have play Macho Man Randy Savage is fucking dead on. Not dead on, but like really does a good impersonation of Macho Man Randy Savage that doesn't seem the kind of person that was in front of the cameras that you saw. You know, the overreacting kind of guy. It seemed like more of a tamed Macho Man, more of a more reasonable person compared to when you see him do the, any kind of promo or, stuff like that. But it's a really good show, and I question what's real out of these stories that he does. Not that I have doubts. It's just very, to have so much go on, and I guess maybe because they're dealing with different, they deal with different time periods in Dwayne The Rock Johnson's life, involving his mom, his dad, his grandmother, him as a child, his school life, just stuff like that. And it's very interesting to watch because you like in the concept of if it's all real and all the stories are an actual thing, and it takes from him storytelling from the future in 2032 where he's running for mayor. Or no, I'm sorry, he's not running for mayor. He's running for president. Why did I say mayor? And it's very weird because it's like kind of like they foreshadow future stuff, and it's interesting. It's interesting. I do enjoy the show. I think they should do more of them. But it's just very strange. Like this setup is very strange because it's also in fiction, but it also isn't. So it's very odd. But I do enjoy it, and I don't know. It's something that's, if you like The Rock, then you'll enjoy it. But I don't think it's like a funny show. Like it's not like, oh, this is as good as Parks and Rec or whatever else you watch, Community, 30 Rock, The Office, whatever else. It's not that kind of caliber of funny. There are parts, like being a big wrestling fan growing up, it's really cool to see that kind of stuff. But it's just, and also it's also very bingeable. They make remarks towards stuff in other episodes where you're like, you should know that, or they don't beat you over the head with it, but it's like, hey, this is what they live by, or this is a thing that's been said before. But I enjoy it. I think it's a very good show, and I want to see more of it. I mean, so far I think I'm caught up, and it's just good. I've been dieting, and that's kind of, it's interesting. I used to diet in a different way, but now I'm kind of doing kind of like a looser thing where I'm not watching what I eat, but I'm doing more of a routine, so that way I'm not eating too many calories. It's been difficult because there's times, and I mean, I don't know if you've ever gone on a diet before. Excuse me. But some people can relate to this, that when you go on a diet or when you try to cut back on stuff that you shouldn't eat all the time, you get cravings for things that are ridiculous. Like since I've been eating better, I've been having cravings for like big piles of food that my eyes are too big for, and that my mouth can't cache. You know what I mean? Like it's just very, I want a lot of food, and I want to eat it, a lot of it, but I know, like, in reality, I'm gonna probably throw up if I eat it at all. I enjoy a lot of different foods, but it's just like this weird thing where it's like, I want to fucking buy a pallet of ice cream and eat it, or I want to get like 4 burritos. I want to get 4 burritos and just down them. Also, tell me how you like this aesthetic here, because I like the microphone there, because it's like, it feels very professional. Not that you need to see the mic, but it also blocks my bed, which is a fucking mess. That was another thing. Streaming will be easier. I'm gonna really work on, for streaming, to work on my room, make it look presentable, so I don't have to do a green screen every time. Because I could just put up whatever, like that, or that,
Reese's Puffs, peanut butter chocolate,
or this. Yeah. But yeah, essentially, I think what happened was, if I go into detail, and I'll go more into detail when I get Kibbles on the podcast, I've fallen in love with 2 Irish women in 2 different professions, and 2 things that I'm very into right now, which is Twitch streaming and also wrestling. Becky Lynch, aka The Man, or goes by Becky Two Belts. Again, if you watch the Blade and Sorcery video, you will kind of understand. And that's why I'm wearing the shirt. The shirt says The Man. You can't see it all. I could do a quick dip. Boop. Okay, don't show my dick. But yeah, so I've fallen in love with her because she's exactly what Trish Stratus was back in the day, where it's just, professional wrestling. It's professional wrestling, and it's nothing back at a certain point when you watch. For a lot of people don't know back when they watch wrestling, there would be matches where it'd be an evening gown match or a pudding match, like stupid shit. And that's I'm not even for like I'm not making a point to be like women's rights. It's the concept that let me adjust this camera real quick. It's the concept that they're actually doing what the men do, and it shouldn't be a thing. Like that shouldn't be like oh look at them. It should be it should be known. Like women wrestling should be a thing. There's nothing keeping them from doing exactly what the men do. If anything, they're like small cruiserweights. They do that shit all the time. I said I wouldn't talk about it much till Kibbles get on, but I'm talking about it now. But yeah, it's just like there's a lot of women out there who could be great wrestlers. There's a lot of women that are great wrestlers. I mean, back when I was starting out, you only think of like China, R.I.P. But it's just the concept that it shouldn't have been a barrier that was broken. It should have already been the gate should have been fucking open before they broke it down. Trish Stratus was a great example of that, and that's why I love Becky Lynch, because she just seems like a badass, and I'm just in love with her. Going back to Twitch, there is a Twitch streamer who's all oddly enough. So both of these women are Irish, red hair. I don't know if Becky Lynch is a I don't think either of them are originally redheads. But these two people. So Justa Minx, I have fallen in love with. I don't know why. It's just the way people fucking would roast the shit out of her. If you don't understand, Justa Minx is just kind of like she does simple stuff. YouTube, watches videos, react videos, Roblox, Minecraft. For some reason, I am just enamored by this woman. And maybe because I'm single and I'm for some reason showing a love of Irish women. I don't know. I loved accents. I've always loved accents. I've explained that many times. Probably not on the podcast, but I love accents. Accents they get me. Like if you have an accent, I like you one step higher than someone else, than a normal American person, I guess. Someone who talks like me, I guess. It's just something about it. It's the concept of changing your voice or having a different voice. Not to be different, but I think it stems from my love of voice acting. That kind of stuff is to be able to disguise an accent or just take away an accent whenever. That's the stuff that I really do enjoy about it. It's very fun to just sit there and have someone become someone they're not, I guess. And that's where it comes from, voice acting or accents, whatever. But yeah, I've always been into accents, and it's just very cool. People with accents, people who are able to change their accents. But yeah, like I think that's the case with this, where it's like I am attracted to people with accents because of the concept of I don't know how to explain it. It sounds creepy as fuck. I'm sorry, but my point is that look, this is why I have the podcast. I talk freely. I'm gonna talk openly about whatever. You know, I'm dancing around all the different subjects. I was gonna talk about the fact that I'm dieting, and before I was dieting, I went to Flavortown. Now I didn't know that there was a place nearby that, if you're not familiar with Guy Fieri's restaurants, Flavortown, there's one nearby where I live, and it's somewhere between up in the northern hemisphere. Is that the line? It's somewhere in between in the eastern hemisphere, between Jersey and Delaware. If you're looking for sightseeing, don't visit there. Philly never sleep, and he says a bad word there. The Roots, by the way. Those are Roots. It's all in the music. Point is that where I live had a Flavortown. I had a burger and fries from Guy Fieri's Flavortown, and let me tell you, if I have diabetes, I'm okay. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it now. If I got diabetes from that burger, I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care. Point is, I enjoyed it. There was a couple of stuff I want to talk to you about, which was games. I have down here YouTubers I hate. I'm sure I'll skip that. I'm almost certain I'll skip that because it seems very ranty and very angry, and I don't like doing angry anymore. I'm tired. I'm done with being angry. I'm done with being angry. I will say things and I'll say remarks that are fun to say, but I won't be angry. I'll be cruel and maybe condescending, or say inside jokes that only certain people will get. You know, it's more so I just don't really want to care anymore. I want to be more of me. I want to be, and let me tell you, it feels so good to be more of me. I hope everyone's being more of them. I'll tell you what, I hope you're enjoying that stimulus. I hope you got the 1400 for the stimulus package. That's great. 1400. You know, 1400 would be about the price of like 1 month's rent. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, one month's rent that I could think of. I wouldn't know. I mean, I wouldn't know. 1400, I didn't have to spend that on rent. I'm not gloating I live with a parent. I'm gloating because I was almost suckered into living with someone else. That was the joke. If I have to explain it, then it's ruined. Yeah, so that was a joke. 1400 was my rent. I split it in half with my piece of shit ex/roommate, and I don't have to deal with that anymore because, excuse me, I can see past the bullshit that I was dealing with. It just feels, I feel a lot better. And it's not like I'm sitting there saying that I got out and now I'm living with my mom, or I'm living with my parents and I'm way better off. No, I'm saying that it's good to be in a mental state of mind that's healthy. I've talked about it before. I'm not intending on living here my whole life. My plan now is to regroup and buy a house. That's my intention, to buy a house now, because I can't sit there and fuck around with an apartment anymore. And if I do, it's got to be something simple, something that I know I would stay with, you know, for a long while. And even then, like, if I find somebody to be with, it'd be pointless to have an apartment, because then I'd just move from the apartment to buy a house with them. At least I hope. Like, I don't know. It's a lot of stuff that you don't know about. And life is tough that way, and sometimes you just gotta roll with the punches. It's just difficult. Sometimes it's just difficult. You gotta deal with what you got thrown, and you just have itchy eyes for some reason. Yeah. So you just kind of deal with what you were dealt. And I was dealt with a shithead who was a liar and a piece of shit. And I'll just name them generalizing terms and not generalize on stuff they've done. They're just a piece of shit and garbage. They're a bedazzled trash bag. It's the best way I could say it. A bedazzled trash bag. They're a bedazzled trash bag because they think they look good, or they think they're better than everyone else. But essentially, inside, they're just a trash bag. You still carry the same shit as a trash bag. Like, I could be a trash bag, but they are a bedazzled trash bag, as in they think they're a better trash bag than everyone else. I like that analogy. But enough about them. That's not what we talk about anymore. We talk about, oh, I got a knife. I'll probably put the video up soon. Got a knife. Yep, look at that. Got a knife. Stab you. Stabby, stabby, stab. Got a knife from, if no one knows, this is the heirloom, this is a kunai. Technically, it's not really a knife. That sounds pretentious, but it's a kunai from the game Apex Legends. Let me turn it around here. From Apex Legends, it is the heirloom weapon for Wraith, who was originally my first good player, my first, I guess, main. Not so much anymore. They kind of nerfed her to the point where I don't really use her anymore. Mostly because of just simple stuff. It's not really worth going into. But yeah, so this is a knife I bought. I'll eventually sharpen it up, but there's a video coming out on this. I guess I kind of ruined it if that's the case. If I gone and shown off the fact that I already have it now. But not many people watch these podcasts. A lot of people do, actually. I'm surprised at the numbers I get for the podcasts. I also got these. I got a lot more unboxings that are coming out and new ways of doing them. So I will show those off. For this video, actually, my voice keeps cracking, so that's kind of fucked. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I'm going to open up some Walmart packs of comic books because it's not worth doing a video on. And it's Walmart. So, don't want to give them any more. You know, they're high up on their clout. An endorsement from me is just way too much. That would send them over. So we got... I got them based on the covers. Because they have like a white background. I'll throw that out. I'll put that right there. So we got... What's this? Planet of Symbiotes. This is why I got it originally. This is for King in Black, as you can see up there. Which is now a new series, I'm sure. I got the Immortal. Oh wow, they did the Immortal. I didn't even know that. The Immortal She-Hulk, which has a tribute to Chadwick Boseman, which is kind of weird. But yeah, I didn't know they did an Immortal She-Hulk. Because I know there's an Immortal Hulk. I didn't read that yet, but it looks good. I mean, I want to read it. And this is... Hold on, I can't even fucking tell what I'm looking at. It's one of those, like, scratchy covers. Like, listen. You know, there's, like, pictures where you look at it a certain way and it looks different? I'm trying to find out what the fuck it is, though. I know it's got Mojo on it. X-Men Blue. It's X-Men Blue. And it has... Oh, wow, it actually comes out pretty well in this. There's the one side. I guess that's the old cover. With Mojo on it. That's Mojo right there. And then, I guess that's the new cover. It's kind of just redesigned. It's the same cover, but it's X-Men Blue... issue 13. Because of the little wavy stuff, it's hard to read. Yeah, issue 13 of X-Men Blue. Which I never really got into any of the X-Men Gold or Blue or Black or any of that. But it's worth a read. I mean, I have to be honest. The 3 that I got from this package, it's not bad. I have another one with Maestro on the front. If you don't know, Maestro is the Hulk from the future. A more intelligent Hulk. I'm probably not... It's not completely correct. It's probably some detail I'm missing about that version of Hulk. Don't know. I plan on finding out. But Maestro... I found out Maestro through Spider-Man 2099, which was Miguel O'Hare, the future Spider-Man. He makes a small appearance in Into the Spider-Verse, if you're not familiar. The plastic cover. I think we got another scratchy thingy. But we have Maestro 1. Warren Pax. Warren Pax. More like Warren Sacks. I don't know why I said that. Okay. So we have that one. We have the New Mutants. I don't know if I know any of these. Oh, I know Wolfbane. The New Mutants. I know Wolf. Oh, where's she at? Wolfbane right here. And then the other one, I'll just drop it down. Oh shit! Actual Spider-Man. Hold on here. I gotta have to look through it through here. Okay, so let's see. It is. I can't even tell. I can't tell the actual cover. America. Oh, is this America Chavez? I can't get it to. Okay, so that's the old one. The one with Spider-Man. God, Green Goblin is fucking thick. I can't get her. I can't get him to look normal. Like, as you can see, like, Green Goblin keeps having those lady thighs right here, and it makes him look thick as fuck. I gotta open it up and see the cover because I can't tell what it is. Yeah, it is America Chavez. Okay. So this is what the cover is supposed to be, but it's an homage to the Green Goblin and Spider-Man cover. Which maybe this is her girlfriend because she is bisexual or whatever. America Chavez, I still don't understand, to be honest. I don't understand her powers, but hey, that's why I have this. I can find out. This is very dated because there's a trailer, or there's a advertisement for the Inhumans, and we all know how that went. Not well. So that's pretty cool. I actually do like the fact that they had at least a special little scratchy covers. They've got these scratchy covers here. That they're like all weird and shit. Those are pretty cool. And then these stuff I actually will read. I mean, I'll probably read all of them. They're all like, the one I'm least excited for is the New Mutants one. Like, that's the least one. I'll probably read all of them, but that's the one I'm least excited for. Like Maestro, I want to read, and the Planet of Symbiotes, and even the Immortal She-Hulk, because I didn't even realize they did that. And then these two as well. So I mean, I might do more of these Walmart packs because it's not bad. It's not bad, especially if it's like stuff I haven't read before. I'm always interested in starting something new. But yeah, that's actually not bad. I actually like that stuff I had in. I also have a package coming of comic books. Again, that's be another unboxing video that'll come out eventually. Once I edit it and everything. I have a series coming out soon. I'm excited for it. It's not anything special. It's just something I really put a lot of time and effort into as far as editing. It was fun to do. I have a lot more I want to do. But it's just a matter of if I have the time for it or if I even put my mind to it. It's just difficult, man. I try really hard to make a lot of stuff that, like, I'm very ambitious in what I want to make. I've wanted to do the Siege games for a while, and the Siege games are 5 of my friends versus 5 of my friends in Rainbow Six Vegas Siege, playing against each other in Rainbow Six, and me commentating as if it's an esports event. That I thought was going to be fun and funny. So far, I've only got I only got one team set up. And I can't just grab random people because it's not as fun. It has to be like people I know because, you know, what's the point if it's not people I'm actually friends with or understand their sense of comedy. Sorry, I'm just pulling my knife out again. I can't stop messing with it. But anyway, let's see what else. I don't know what else to talk about really. This is kind of like an update, just me kind of thing. The last one came out, and I took forever doing that one, and it took so long to even make because we sat there and talked for 2 hours. And I love talking to Duck, and I hope to have Duck. Like, Duck should be the most. He should have the most time on this series. I would love to have him anytime at all. Have him on the podcast because he is the one person I could have on all the time, and we would still not say enough to each other, or still not be done talking by the time we're done. So that's someone I do enjoy having on, and I hope you guys enjoy it too. I want to do a lot more people. If I could throw out names, I'm for sure going to have Kibbles on. I've already talked to him about it. So for sure Kibbles. I want to have Bones on eventually. I want to have AJ on. I want to have Jake on. Justin. Just to talk. And just be real with your friends, you know? And, you know, make jokes here and there, but just really kind of have a conversation, just hanging out. I do enjoy that kind of conversation, and you definitely should try to enjoy that as much as you can. Try to get with people and just kind of conversate or talk about things, or get their viewpoints on something, get their opinion on something. There's a guy I work with that I talk a lot with about stuff where it's just like kind of throwing back ideas back and forth. We definitely have different political views, but it's enjoyable to kind of just, you know, run things by each other and be like, I understand this. I don't agree with it, but I understand it. And to understand each other, which is the most important part. And I really wish I had that with someone else I want on the podcast, which is my brother. I'd love to have my brother on. I would love to have my sisters on too. Just to sit and just have a conversation. Like most of my family I could have on and just kind of have a conversation. I talked about at one point having other people on. Some people I probably would take off that list because it's just like the lack of kind of talking to them, or I'm in bad terms with them. I've always wanted to have my dad on. Me and my dad I don't get along with my dad. I kind of pity him at this point. I don't really feel anything towards needing him around. He did a lot of stuff that I feel like he doesn't really take responsibility for. And for that, I kind of pity him to the point of, like, I don't really need to see him. I don't really feel like I need to, I don't really need to be a part of his life, or he doesn't need to be part of my life. You know, I'm not saying that I don't want him around. I just don't think that he contributes anything, or really has the gravity or the responsibility to take what he's done in the past seriously. It's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like dealing with a dog, where like a dog does something and 3 minutes later it's gonna forget that it did it. You know, that's what I feel like, where my dad did something fucked up and now years have passed and he goes, oopsie doodle. You know, I appreciate all the people who do watch all my videos. I always get a lot of feedback from Kibbles and Duck, and I appreciate both of you for that. It does feel good to know that you guys are kind of watching and, you know, paying attention to this and actually listening. This was kind of just a therapy thing for me, and I enjoy talking to people, and just having people enjoy stories and conversation, and it just really helps to sit here and just kind of talk about whatever. But you know, like I said, I have plans to do a lot of different streams, a lot of different cooperative streams. I want to do Jack in the Box stuff. I want to do Among Us. I want to do there was another one. There's a really good one actually, called Fuser, and I probably have it up on the back right now. But Fuser, made by Harmonix, who made Rock Band. They have this DJ game, and it doesn't really take that much skill besides like timing, but it just feels so good to make a good song out of other people's songs. Like, it seems so simple, and I'll probably buy it eventually, and I don't know if I'll get copyright striked for putting videos up of that. But oh my god, to just kind of chill and just like just I don't like using the word, but just vibing on a song, just kind of relaxing and enjoying a song. Ah, so good. There's the demo I played was so good. Like I enjoyed it so much, and some of the songs I didn't even like, but it just fucking they know how to just flow a song together. Ugh, I can't wait for that. I'm gonna buy that soon and probably play it and then stream it eventually. But yeah, so the plan is to clean my room, get it presentable, do more VR videos, stream once the room is presentable. Um, Buy fuser. Um, Having my left eye stop itching because that's a problem for some reason. But yeah, I'm excited to next podcast to talk to Kibbles. We'll talk about Overwatch. I hope to talk to him about Overwatch and my concerns with Overwatch 1 and 2. I hope to talk to him about wrestling. Hope to talk to him about the old wrestling. We both did a backyard wrestling back in the day. Way back when we used to do backyard wrestling, and that was something that is a blessing and a curse. And I would love to do it again. If we don't do it again, like I want to do like a maybe one time only thing where we go back and have people come back and do like a ring. The problem is COVID stuff would make it difficult, but also if people even want to do it anymore, and again, if we don't get enough people to do it, that's fine. We don't have to do it, but it just really makes me feel like that feeling of putting on a show for someone and making something that people could enjoy. Really, 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 really do enjoy that, and I just really badly want to do that. I really badly want to just get back in the ring and just put on a good fight with someone. Just say fake all you want, whatever. Choreographing a fight is just so much fun to do. I also had ideas for other things like fan videos, fan made films ideas that I'd love to run by him. Like even stuff that he's doesn't really know that well, but just like his expertise of directing stuff and making stuff and just kind of putting a lot of work into one thing and just making just sit there and go, this has nothing to do with the original thing that we're making it from, but it's just damn good. And choreography wise, and there's an Apex idea that I had to just kind of have a kick-ass sequence of one of the characters you can play as and just make it just a cool video to watch, and then really get nothing out of it as far as lore, but just go, wow, that was pretty cool. When you see like stuff like that, like fan films are weird because they try to make lore a lot of the times, but I just kind of want to make a cool sequence that doesn't question what timeline it's in. It just kind of just fucking starts you off and just go. And then once it's over, you're like, wow, that was awesome. And, you're not questioning, like, where does this take place and what's going to happen to that person? It's just something really simple. And, I mean, I could probably write it out and make it. The technology, I don't know if it's there because essentially with Apex, you'd have characters who are robots. And that'd be a little bit difficult to do. But, like, it'd just be so fucking cool to do this thing that I had up in my idea machine up here. So yeah, it's really kind of Kibbles and me have always been able to create a lot of things that we came together real well as far as making stuff. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff where it's like there's some stuff that time and effort goes into that I love to just kind of just sit back and go, hey, let's work on this thing, let's make it good, and then just put it out. And if no one enjoys it, then who cares? We had fun making it. There was a series that we made. I helped write I forget what it was fucking called. That's how big, like that's how fucking old I don't even remember. My job at the time was so difficult to just kind of take time out to just go out and help him with it. So like I helped him write it and then couldn't really help him perform it, and I don't know, like a lot of the times when I watch stuff that we do set up or do make, or even stuff that he just makes, it seems like a lot of the performance aspect is missing from how people react. And that's not really on him, it's more so like he doesn't have professional actors. So a lot of times you get people who would fit the part for the choreography or for the fight scenes, and then they go to open their mouth and you're like, that is so detached from emotion that you're a robot. So like yeah, it that's not on him, so much as it is just kind of the way and the where we live, and how there's not really that many people that would be interested in stuff like that. But like I'm sure there's a group of people who would be willing to, because anytime we've done something, and even with wrestling, I get into the character and you just feel, God, this is pretentious as fuck. You just feel the character. You feel what you're trying to survey. I want to say survey. You show what you're trying to demonstrate or show to the audience, and you just get into that mindset. And it's that concept of just acting. That's what made me love wrestling. The concept of the story arc. You know, they start somewhere and they end somewhere, and do they achieve the goal or not? Do they go out and finish and achieve what they wanted to finish, what the goals they set for each other? And it's just something about it. I love it. And with that, it's also the fact of like just the adrenaline of two forces colliding to take down each other. That's the good thing about wrestling that I just absolutely love. Some really good matches that I feel like I've missed out on since. So like right now, by the time this goes up, WrestleMania has probably been going on, or it's about to happen, or it's already happened. Who knows, man? You could be watching this years from now. It just happened, if that's the case. WrestleMania 37 is coming up when this is recording. I have missed so much for the past maybe 8 WrestleManias, because WrestleMania 29 I went to in New York. Technically, according to my coworker, it's not really New York, it's New Jersey, because he's a New Yorkian. He's from New York, and he knows what would you define New York as. He says that is not New York, that is New Jersey. Technically, it's located in New Jersey. So technically, I went to New Jersey for WrestleMania. One of the best experiences of my life, thanks to Kibbles. And it's just one of the best WrestleManias, in my opinion, that I've watched ever. And I experienced it. I was there. And then after that, I kind of gave up on it because they did a lot of things that I didn't like. And it's a shame, and I don't have to watch it, but it's just like I kind of stopped watching. There's things I've missed, like one of my favorite wrestlers, Kofi Kingston, won the title. Again, I've been watching way too many wrestling videos. Point is that my main point of making this video was to do another podcast, to explain that I'm going to be doing more streaming stuff, to say about next week, next in my opinion podcast, we'll have a guest on, and it'll be someone that will be talking a lot about wrestling, a lot about video games, just a lot about stuff and catching up. I'm excited. A lot of stuff as far as video, like the videos I'm putting out are gonna just go out regardless. There's stuff I'm excited for. There's stuff that I'm still gotta work on. But I want to make an effort to make these streaming decisions and make these streaming stuff happen, because it's just something I really want to get into. I just really want to start streaming and enjoying having a live responsive community instead of having these videos where a couple months after I put out a video they'll be like, I have a new subscriber. And then people from Twitch can come over to YouTube and YouTube over to Twitch, and it's just simple. And that's what I want. That's what I want from this. And I want to make some type of schedule so that way people can expect me to be on certain times, whether they want to watch whatever game I'm doing or not. They can come talk. They can come do whatever. I'd love to have. I have an idea for a stream. I have a couple of friends with computers. I have, like I mentioned earlier, Kibbles, his cousin James, AJ, Bones, Dan, Sumter, my friend Zach, a couple other people. I have plenty of people on the web, on internet, on Discord, on PC, and I want to get an 8-man Among Us game. I'll say it now. I want to get an 8-man Among Us game, maybe 2 imposters, and just either stream it or record it. Just one of those. Probably record it so that way it doesn't really ruin the concept of the secretiveness of everything. So maybe just record it and put it out as a video, because there's a lot of people I could have in my Discord and in just on PC in general, and I'd love to just do an Among Us with all these people that are my friends. Just like with the Siege thing. The Siege thing is the same thing, where it's just like, I want to get all my friends together and just have fun. So I hope to do that very soon. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else. I don't have anything else coming up. A lot more VR videos. I have a big like the Blade and Sorcery videos. There's gonna be a lot more, and I have a whole plot for that. I have a whole concept for that. Becky Two Belts isn't gonna go anywhere for a little bit. She'll be in a couple more videos, and then I'm gonna try to change it up. I'm gonna try to change the person I play as, and that will be a big surprise. Sorry, this is almost done. And so is our podcast. That will be a big surprise. Who I replace Becky Two Belts with. I fucking love Becky Two Belts. I will state it again. I love the man, Becky Two Belts. Can't wait for her to come back. Yeah, so a lot. I'm gonna be trying to go into overtime. I guess I'm gonna try to kick it into hyperdrive. I'm gonna kick it into overdrive for this channel. For this channel, for the Twitch channel, if you haven't subscribed to the Twitch channel, it's Pookie the Wolf, of course, at Twitch, on Twitch, just like the Instagram, well, the Instagram too, but also the YouTube. I hope everyone liked my April Fool's joke. Ben will not be a part of this channel. I do love him. I would love to have a concept where he is part of the streams. I've seen people with, like, pet cams and shit, and that'd be cool. But problem is, Ben doesn't sit in one spot for too long. He doesn't, like, this. If I got a tree in here that he could sleep on, and maybe I could do that, but it's so difficult for him to do something like that, where I could get him to lay in an area and just kind of film him while I'm playing a game. That's going to take some work, but I'm sure I'll work it out and figure something out. But feels good, man. Feels good. The YouTube stuff is coming out fantastic. VR is coming out fantastic. I would love to stream more. Clifford is running beautifully. If you don't know, it's my computer, Clifford. He's big and he's red. Get it? So yeah, it's just been a great couple of months. I'm loving it right now. I hope you guys are doing okay. Again, excuse me. COVID is still out there. It's still got to be careful. But just enjoy life. And just enjoy the time that you have with people, because some people could just go and they're gone. Just snap out of existence. Thanos style. It's just, I always say, enjoy life. Enjoy the people around you. There's a lot of people that I have had in my life where it's just like, they kind of just drop off, or they kind of do something that's kind of like, oh, I don't trust you anymore. And that's fine. But just have those people that you can trust and enjoy them and their company, and just kind of don't take them for granted, because it's not worth fighting over, but it's not worth losing them over either. And yeah, I guess that's it. I mean, there's not much else to talk about. I've been doing pretty good. I've got some cool shit, and I'm sure once I finish the room, I'll do like a room tour. I have something now that will be able to show off my room without having any kind of trouble. So yeah, I have a lot of stuff I've gotten now where it's gonna be a lot easier to just kind of do whatever I want. I hope to get the pop started back up, creating pops, because that was a big deal too for me. The pop stuff, the custom pop stuff, which custom is such a loose word because I like just making these pops for myself, not for anyone in particular. I have a friend that would do commissions and stuff, an old coworker of mine, that I can maybe put down in the comments below. Just so if you do want a custom pop made, you can go to him about it, and he'll be professional about it and all that jazz. So, yeah, that's it, I guess. I might keep doing the setup like this. I keep always changing it, because it is just a little bit hard to do, and have it set like this all the time. Eventually, I'll probably just do a blank background, like, and I'll show you here how bad it is in my room. Oh, don't fall now. So like that is what I'm dealing with right now. It's a big old mess. I mean, that whole wall back here is done. But there's like shit behind me that's not really fixed or put away, or there's a lot more shelves I need to put up and a lot more pops I need to put up, and it's gonna take some time. But we'll get there, and I don't know, stick in there and stick it out. Just all pay within time. If you enjoy the stuff, thank you. Don't forget to like. If you're still doing the dislike thing, fucking keep at it. I'll see you next Tuesday. The person who's giving the dislikes, see you next Tuesday. Cunt. I'm calling you a cunt. But yeah, that's it. Hope to show the knife video off soon. It's not sharp, don't worry. I mean, this part's kind of sharp, but this stuff hasn't been sharpened yet. But yeah, I just bought a knife, man. I'm just kind of doing my thing, but I'm feeling good, like I should. Been and took a walk around the neighborhood, feeling blessed. Never stressed. I got that sunshine on my Sunday best. So yeah, I'll keep on doing cold opens. Keep on singing songs, keep on doing the things I love, and that's it. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching me rant about whatever the fuck, and tell me if you want to do a live podcast, not this next podcast, but the next podcast after that. We'll do a live one. I'll kind of just chill, hang out, talk about whatever. Maybe I'll have subjects just in case no one shows up, because most likely no one will show up. But yeah, that's it, and I hope to have Kibbles on next week. Next podcast. I don't know when I film these things anymore. Like, fucking, the last one was like fucking 2 months after I recorded it. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.
Profit off of the other two friends arguing. So when they started making up, she got upset because she said, I even got my Angela Bassett Flubby Pants. Angela from Angela.
I don't know what that is.
Some happy endings, man.
I haven't seen that in a while, dude.
What? That
you know what
show,
I remember?
You know what? I do quote that show a lot.
Do you know why I
When I get drunk, I speak Italian. When I get drunk, I eat ribs.
I do remember that one. That was one of the best ones. Alicia Cuthbert, she's fantastic.
They did it 4 o'clock in the morning.
She showed her boobies in whatchamacallit? I don't think she did. In Girl Next Door.
Maybe, I don't know. If it's not full frontal, I don't care. Let me see that cool.
That's gonna be a quote for when you're dead. It's gonna say on your tombstone, if it's not full frontal, I don't care. And it says duck. That's the quote.